Nights in the office, shadows on my mind. Lines of code like burdens, expectations intertwined. Every commit, a judgment, every push, a test. Balancing the chaos, striving for my best. Pressure mounting, higher deadlines closing in. Silent battles raging, where do I begin? Facing all the doubts, fighting through the strain. Holding on to composure, masking all the pain. We stand strong in the storm, never losing sight. Through the shadows and the chaos we ignite. Holding steady in the whirlwind, hearts remain. Roaring through the pressure, breaking every chain. Team relies on me, every move a stake. Guiding through the darkness, no room for mistakes. Internal weight pressing, doubts I can't erase. But I rise above it all, find my own pace. In the silence of the night, I find my strength within. Through the trials and the fears, let the healing begin. Together we can face the shadows, break the chains apart. With every step we take, we mend our weary heart. We stand strong in the storm, never losing sight. Through the shadows and the chaos we ignite. Holding steady in the whirlwind, hearts remain. Roaring through the pressure, breaking every chain. Breaking through the limits, tearing down the walls. Embracing every challenge, answering the call. We conquer every shadow, rise above the night. United in our struggle, shining through the fight. We stand strong in the storm, never losing sight. Through the shadows and the chaos we ignite. Holding steady in the whirlwind, hearts remain. Roaring through the pressure, breaking every chain. Shadows fade away, we shine our light.
Hello? Okay, looks like the microphone is working this time. How's it going, Dizzy? How's your morning? Or afternoon? I'm not sure what time zone you're in.
Anxious heart, dividing, torn between two calls. A click away from strangers, but my loved ones watch me fall.
4 p.m.
Real voices fade beneath the static.
That means you're 6 hours ahead of me.
On wires, afraid of what I've become. I'm caught between two worlds, chasing digital applause. My life is fracturing, I'm reeling from the cause. I hunger for connection, but I'm drowning in a screen. The offline truth and stay what they foreseen.
What do I want to do here? I want a wall. Kid's birthday party in a kid's playland. It sounds like fun. "15 kids attending and they had a blast." That's the most important thing, that the kids had fun. Hey, Naya. I haven't even been on for 2 minutes. It's failing to save already.
I'm caught between two worlds, haunted by their demands, reaching out for balance with trembling tired
But neither one of these spikes are really that long.
truth beyond this screen. I'll mend the rift inside me, be present and be seen.
What's this? Spike wall. Interesting. What do I want to do here? I group these. Kind of get an idea of what a hallway would look like here. Grab my little spawn guy over here. The graveyard pack has spikes as well. If I just duplicate these... No, I mean that... I guess it doesn't look terrible, but it looks kind of funny. We're gonna go with that for now, though. That seems wide enough for a hallway, right?
Feels like a lie I can't defend. Scrolling through achievements, wondering how it ends. Shadowed by the doubt that whispers in my ear. Am I just an imposter living in my fear? Codes a tangled mess, ever stack like my regrets. Trying to find my place, but I'm stuck in silhouettes.
Oh yeah, it's definitely wide enough for a hallway.
Lines of code and lines of thought, spiraling inside, chasing validation in a world where I can't hide. Every failed compile, a crack in my disguise, searching for the confidence behind these weary eyes.
Alright, so we're gonna work on just one of these for now.
Catharsis in the dead of night. Imposter syndrome.
I would like
Every success I burn feels like a mistake. Comparing every step to the masters in the field. Questioning my worth, wondering what's real. Tangled in the code, tangled in
a move node.
the truth that I can't seem to
I want this to not use world space.
In the depths of my despair, I find a spark, a glimmer of the strength that lies within the dark, breaking free from the chains of doubt and fear, embracing who I am, shedding every tear. I don't belong here, echoing screams inside my mind.
It's gonna be the x-axis, probably.
Catharsis in the dead of night. Shattering the doubts, tearing down the lies.
Just trying to figure out what makes sense for the amount of movement.
Embracing who we are, setting ourselves free. I don't belong here.
Okay.
Victory over internal cries. I face the shadows, now I see the dawn. Imposters fade away, my true self is strong.
Morning trench. Something like that. And this one's something quick to trigger it. Test things out. How's it going, Trench? What are you up to today? Let's see if we can get a floor piece that's fitting here. I guess I should just go to the Canyon Pack floors. So let's start with that. Alright, it's the wrong direction. Do this negative 0.5. Yeah, I mean, it's always... It's 50-50, but I always get it wrong the first try, so I don't know how well that's 50-50. So I think that's pretty good, but I need to position these spikes so in that fourth one when they're extended all the way. There's not a gap here. So let's the spikes right there, and then position them like so. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so now what we want to do so we have a counter node. However, we can only trigger something when it's true, and that's not what we want. So let's actually do an advanced number. Per arc offline spike wall movement max moves. Sounds good. So the default value to 3. We will get a regular number in here. Actually, I want this to be okay, yeah, I think this will be fine. We're going to start this number at 1. Let me add these to this group. The idea here is I would like to, every time we trigger this, I want to check if get the value on get value. I want to know if my number here is going to keep track of how many times the spikes have gone out. This is just the max number. I put that as an advanced variable, so it could be shared across all of the walls, and you just have to update it in one place if you want to change all of them. So that's why we use the advanced number for that one. Each wall can keep track of its own count. I don't think that's going to be too big of an issue. So if this number is less than our max, we need a branch node. Like so. And then the true will activate this. I guess what I really should do is get two different vectors in here. This one will be negative 0.5. This one will be negative 1. If it's true, we'll activate this one. Let's get rid of that line. It's false. We'll activate this one. That's just so that last one is a bit of a bigger spike. Sure, it's gonna work, but it's too advanced for you. It's not too bad. I'll break it all down here shortly once we get the main functionality here on what's going on here. So that's going to handle that. This here is going to also reset this back to 1. Put that over there. Then I need an add node here for this guy. To add one to it after it does that. And then this will just on game start push that out. And both times either of these happen, it will update that value. So it should happen if we did this correctly. So when we stand on the platform, it should move a little bit. When we stand on it the second time, it should move a little bit more. Then when we stand on it the third time, it should move out the whole rest of the way. Two, and then moves out the whole rest of the way. So that part works. All we're doing is just keeping count of how many times it's been triggered. Comparing that to whatever our maximum value is. And then making that max value, or making it, if it's not at the max value, it just moves out a little bit. If it is at the max value, it moves out a lot of it. So I think we're going to keep that relatively simple for right now. Yeah, so then what we're going to do is we're going to put a delay. Of say 5 seconds.
From the first line of code to the heights we've reached, every challenge faced, every lesson preached, climbing up the ladder, yet the sky's the limit. Endless path before us, every step is vivid.
And then we will do a little bit of math here.
Horizons calling, dreams that never fade. With every dawn arriving, new foundations laid.
So what we're gonna do is on start, we'll get the location of the spikes. So we just always have that value stored in this vector here. So we'll always know where the spikes are supposed to reset to, no matter what happens with those spikes later on. We have that here.
But the future's bright. Every project's a new chance to ignite. Learning never ends, there's always more to see. Unlocking every door, setting our minds free. In the echoes of our triumphs.
After our delay, we're going to get whatever the actor's current position is. We will subtract these two, which I may be subtracting these the wrong way. And then we're just going to move it back. So whatever the difference is, it should just move it back to where it's supposed to be.
We can have it all. Pushing past the limits, soaring through the night, embracing
And probably what we'll do is we'll put a gate node in here.
potential. Intertwine, endless possibilities, forever with
Just so we can disable this from doing anything during that delay.
boundless opportunities.
So we'll close it when we hit that last one and just reopen it after the delay. Or actually, better yet, we'll just reopen it whenever any movement is finished. And we'll close it anytime any movement is started. So that way, anytime the spikes are moving, you can't reactivate the spikes to move. I don't think that fully covers every scenario, because that delay at the end, we didn't account for that there, but we're going to just test this here. Interesting. Why did they move down there? Why did they move down there? Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to use a different move node for this, I think. Because this movement needs to be global space. It doesn't look like I can toggle that. So this will be use world space. I'll just leave this at 0. I'm going to make both of these ease in.
myself.
Tearing down the walls of insecurity tonight. The doubts that used to hold me fading harsh new light. I'm stronger than
Why is that?
my skills now hitting high. Standing tall, unstoppable. I'm learning how to fly.
I did change this to use world space.
My fears a platform, let them shout inside my brain. But now I've conquered the lie, I won't bow to that refrain. These skills weren't born from chance, I've earned each stride I take. My quiet soul roars louder when I know what's at stake.
Your hidden strength is waiting where you thought that you were weak. Trust in your foundation. Believe
Okay,
the words you speak.
this is pointing at the wrong thing.
Then your mirrors claim to see.
That's why.
The surface.
I was getting the location of the wall, not the spikes at the beginning.
Feel the chain reaction, my doubts start to fade.
You're standing
So the reset position was off.
Masquerade. We smash these walls of fiction. Our confidence ignites. Breaking free with all we have. This is our fight tonight.
tearing down the walls of insecurity tonight. The doubts that used to hold me fading harsh new light.
Perfect.
Stronger than I realize. My skills now hitting high. Standing tall, unstoppable. I'm learning how to fly. I've silenced all the whispers that once shaped my mind. A brand new sense of clarity is all I leave behind. I'm walking out with confidence. My voice no longer small. Imposter thoughts can't grip me now. I finally heard my
Happens if I, so I don't have that being blocked yet. Which is what I need to add right now. So what I would like to do here is what do we have on start, on finish? On start, on finish. On start, I want it to close the gate, so you can't double the animation. Trying to think how to do this without introducing a race condition into this gate, because I need the gate to open after the animation finishes when it's moving here. So I guess an easy way of doing this would be to just use two different move nodes, which is not my favorite solution. This one can on finish reopen the gate. This one on start closes the gate. But it's this one on finish that needs to reopen the gate. So So we'll take a look and see if that's affecting performance at all using the extra node. I don't really think so. So it might not be a big deal.
Screen lights, blazing eyes, red and dry. Code flows like fire, hear the fans cry. Tide warrior in this digital fight. Night after night, chasing that high.
Trying to keep somewhat organized here.
Hands moving fast as they can't keep up. Chat lines scrolling, show no let up. Subs roll in dopamine rush. Paper dreams, pixelated lush. Twitch flame burning
All right.
bright. Game dev till the dead of night.
So now, hopefully,
In the game we all wander. Lines of code shaping worlds unseen. Pixels born from fever dreams.
doesn't do anything.
Keeps the heart alive. Every
Resets,
screen thrives.
then it does it again.
In the low light. Reflections of a digital right. Bit by bit battle the bugs. Crash and burn. Coffee chug. Shearing crowds through the screen. Virtual applause lacks no sheen.
So now I don't think I can actually walk on the platform fast enough to step on it in between the outward movements. But pretty much doing everything I can to try to break it here.
Twitch flame burning bright. Game dev till the dead of night. Follows rolling like thunder. In the game we all wander. Twitch flame burning bright.
Okay,
Dev till the dead of night.
so now
Like thunder. In the game we all wander.
we're going to, instead of triggering directly off this, we're going to trigger off of an event. We're going to call this event, what should I name my advanced number here? Spike wall. Try to keep that same prefix in here. Activate spikes. Disconnect that. And remove this stuff from the group.
Cheering crowds through the screen. Virtual applause lacks no sheen. Every follow fuels the plight.
Let's see, we'll move all of this up here. Let's bundle this up nice and neat. Let's see, that grabs all of my logic nodes.
Burning bright. Game dev till the dead of
Create a group here. Logic. Collapse the logic there, so you just don't see it. And here we're going to call this spike wall. Grab this event out of here. Make sure we remove this from that group. And then remove it from this group. We'll just have this activate this event for now. But what that should hopefully do, if I just duplicate this, turn it around, flip it around,
With every line I write, I'm finding something true. Nervous energy ignites, but hope begins to rise. On this brand new journey, I'm ready
to surprise. Plugging through the darkness, searching for the light. Errors in my pathway, pushing through the night. Every challenge that I face fuels the fire within, turning fear into ambition. Let the code
Perfect. Now what I don't know, do these spikes on their own damage the player?
Every choice I've made from the first hello to the
No.
building worlds within my mind, one step at a time. Hello world inside my head, I'm reaching out to you. With every line I write, I'm finding something true.
I want to see what happens when it crushes and there's no room inside there for the player.
On this brand new journey, I'm ready to surprise. Breaking through the barriers, tearing down the doubt.
embracing every moment, letting courage flow. We smash these walls of fiction, our confidence ignites, breaking free.
Okay. Doesn't actually kill the player.
Hello world inside my head, I'm
So we can fix that. Let's delete this guy.
every line I write, I'm finding something true.
Within this group, we will add a damage volume.
I'm ready to surprise.
That will just make the full width of the spikes. And because that's all grouped and it's the group that's moving,
Code battles just for fun. Keyboards clacking in,
it should just work.
scrawled on the walls. We're chasing
How much damage do I want this to do?
halls. Hey, we're gonna code our dreams unbreakable at heart. Remember
Do 50.
glitches shining like our art. Though the screens are cracked and time's moving fast, we'll hold these memories tight, these coding dreams will last.
Hopefully that means that
The middle of the night, huddled round a single screen, we're glowing in its
I can go right up to the wall and not take any damage. But if the spikes start sticking out,
coding club became our secret band.
mm,
Scribble code like diaries, forging our own way.
nothing.
Rewinding lines and errors, we'll fix
Still
them all
nothing.
someday. And in each silly
Okay, I took damage there.
that keeps us strong, a faith that we can build the world we dreamed of all along. Hey, we're gonna code our dreams unbreakable.
So I must not have that volume sticking out on the front enough.
Shining like our art. Though the screens are cracked and time's
So let's go
these memories tight, these coding dreams will last.
here.
Now we're older, but these moments still ignite our souls. The battered laptops, the laughter, the stories we told. Every snippet of code still glimmers in our mind. A testament to how we never left that spark behind.
Probably about there.
These moments still ignite our souls. The battered laptops, the laughter, the stories we told. Every snippet of code still glimmers in our mind. A testament
So
to how we never left that spark behind. Hey, we're gonna code our dreams unbreakable at heart. Remember silly pranks and glitches shining like our art. Though the screens are cracked and time's moving fast, we'll hold these memories tight, these
spikes.
dreams will last. Our high school hallways fade, but our future's burning bright.
Um,
The next
Why did I get one shot? Should only be doing... Oh. Somehow my volume got duplicated. So no idea how that happened.
Delirium ignites the keys we pound. Staring at those glowing squares, the nights are battleground.
Alright, so just checking. No damage up against the wall. I touch the wall. I take damage. When the spikes come all the way out, they do damage. So that should mean so I duplicate this, get over here, so which works perfectly.
Pixel after pixel, we watch our vision take flight. We crash through every barrier, shining bright in the night.
And now we have a super scary hallway. However, there are gaps between the spikes. So like if I stand here when the spikes come out, I wouldn't get hit by them. So if we do, let's get rid of all these other ones for right now. Go into this spike group. Put some spikes here. Some spikes there. Maybe stagger these a little bit. And then expand the damage volume to be the full width of the wall. Hopefully, that doesn't look too bad.
Ideas clash like titans, tension fills the air. Communication breaks down, misunderstandings grow. Every deadline's looming and the pressure starts to show.
And it kind of looks like there's maybe just too many spikes in the middle. Maybe that's not a big deal.
Before we all fall apart, the weight of expectations tearing at our hearts. Misaligned vision, shadows and
What we're gonna do here,
willing to stay united in the heat of the fight. I'm feeling the pressure,
movable spikes. We're gonna make that a stamp.
breaking down. Wrestling with the tension, trying to survive. Don't wanna let our team's dreams dive.
Do like so.
Arguments in the hallway, voices raised in pain, blaming one another for the strain. Late nights and coffee cups, fatigue in every glance. But somewhere deep inside we still have a chance. We're more than our conflicts, more than our fights. Together we can rise above these sleepless nights. Finding strength in unity, letting go of pride. Rebuilding what we have side by side. I'm feeling the pressure, can't let you down. Holding on to hope while we're breaking down. Wrestling with the tension, trying to survive. Don't wanna let our team's dreams dive.
It's pretty terrifying.
I don't wanna be the one who falls apart.
Isn't respawning me.
I'm feeling the pressure, but we won't let it break. Holding on to hope for all our sakes.
Possibly. I bet if you dashed, if I dash, I could probably get out. Oh, maybe not.
But I'm losing track of reasons. Trapped in endless
If I run through fast enough, I hit the second trigger before the spikes are done moving. So it does them.
through the syntax, the glow inside.
I think what happened to your sphere yesterday, it bugged out and thought it had physics enabled. Since you saved it that way, it said, hey, I'm forever that. Other than that, it works good, but doing funky things with some new stuff. You lost sound.
Once bright lines of fame.